shows that this is not all lost. The challenge is, of course, catering to individual needs of each child. Now, in that system, when you come to higher education, because there is a pyramid in there, it's possible, and I only say it's possible, not that it's happening in India, to address the unique needs and demands of each aspirant. Primary school level, still there is just too many in numbers, but school education is all about breaking the class into small domains of these differentiated needs. And I think the fact that we are discussing all of this today shows that there is a thinking along the lines you're thinking. I also would like to point out that yes, there are disciplines that we have developed, but none of us really want, as teachers or as parents, one-dimensional human beings. We want a full three-dimensional human being and create future citizens of our country, respective countries, and a global citizen in today's world, because the geographic boundaries are really boundaries drawn on maps. In many ways, the boundaries are all dissolved. So really, that is the idea, and that's why there is a common wisdom of spreading across certain disciplines and therefore exposing the students to this, because a 3-year-old may not even know the way, particularly a lot has been said about science and technology, the organization of science and technology. If you just leave somebody to imagine what a bacteria is, they will not know. If I start talking about how a quantum computer is going to take over these computers that we are using today, only a physicist would understand. That means that organized training. Because sometimes when you explore just like that, 50 years you may spend all your life doing something that others have actually done, and maybe they have done in a smarter way. So organization has a value. I'm not proposing that everything has to be organized to the same flat level. The key would be a flexibility within an organization. So it's not all madness. It cannot be all madness, because we're talking about a system, and it's not that you go to the Himalayas and you become individualistic. So within the system, having the flexibility to cater to bring out the best in a child, to create three-dimensional citizens of the country. I think that's something that we are talking about and trying to do. And in some ways, maybe going by what we have achieved already, maybe we have become a little successful in that. There is a lot of criticism that is coming out of rote learning the way we do. But for me, the main problem is, even when there is a will, the kind of teachers you would need to do the kind of things we are talking about, that we need to invest in. And there are no shortcuts to excellence. So I think the other panelists can also.
If I
you got the mic back. Yeah.
If I may help you with your predicament, my son actually asked me, Dad, ये engineering क्या होता है और कौन सा engineering मैं लूँ? So how do I tell him? So my friend had a huge engineering college, and I sent him there, and he spent 2 days in the workshops, the various department labs and workshops. And when he came back, he said, Dad, I'm pretty sure what to do. I will do computers and I will do software and not hardware. So that is the visibility you, sir, could build, and that is the best way for your kid to find his or her own feet. Don't try and give them advice. Now, the last point I had for all the senior people here is, we are talking of engineers, quality of people, quality of education. Again, point on visibility. See, I've been at the hiring end, now I'm at the training end. Infosys, I hired 27,000 people. Now, one question that you need to ask everyone, see, Infosys are bellwether of India and stuff, right? One question that you all need to ask all your students, BA, BSc, BCom, class 12, doesn't matter, is who pays Infosys $16 billion and why? Why? अरे वेबसाइट बनाना है तो 5,000 रुपए में बनता है. Who pays Infosys $16 billion? And who pays Wipro $12.5 billion? And why? Ask this to the engineering students. And what is the difference? What's the difference? Is it exactly the same? Is it a mirror image of two different companies? Is there a difference in their verticals? And your fourth year engineering computer science students should actually know the answer to the question. Accenture BPO has never made money in India. Accenture Consulting makes millions, billions. Accenture BPO is still in the loss. Infosys BPO makes millions in profits, and Infosys Consulting till date in 16 years is in the loss. Why? If that level of thought you can simply drive in, I guess most of your questions, quality of output of engineers, line of focus, where should they apply? My basic question to normal BCom guys is, if you have to apply to Infosys, बेटा तू कहाँ अप्लाई करेगा इन्फी में बता एंड इसे सर आप बता दो मैं नौकरी कौन सी चाहिए सर आप कोई अच्छी नौकरी दे दो मैं क्या करेगा कहना कितने पैसे चाहिए कि सर 20,000 रुपये चाहिए मैं कहा 20,000 रुपये देता मैं तुझे 10,000 दूंगा There is one more exercise I conduct with all my students who come in, bright young guys. I said, I'll get you the best job in London, maximum salary, biggest car, parking slot next to the CEO. You will only have to work 2 hours a day. The CEO works 16, and I'll get you a visa in 10 days. Interested? Yes or no? And 20% of them raise their hands. But they never ask, "Koi kaam kya hai?" It is the janitor's role. Janitor. You don't get janitors there. Right? And because the work he does is considered as a health hazard, right? He's got the biggest insurance. And since he's supposed to come and go early, the parking slot is always at the front. And he carries the biggest car. And then suddenly those 20% hands go down. So all I'm saying is, sir, as a parent, as a teacher, and that is why I was repeatedly saying, see, I've been into hiring. I've done ramp-ups, courtesy, I never did not choose, but ramp-ups, where we did from 248 people at Infi to 17,000 in 1 year.
I think we take the last question because you had already.
I think I'm pretty audible.
Okay.
It's not really a question, it was just an input with all your working experience that you have. I have a high degree of respect for teachers. So when you say the 5 years in a corporate culture, put the teacher in and the delivery would be at the highest peak. So I think the teacher every day in and day out is already put into a challenging deliverable. So and they do manage to put their job to the take it to the best. And I would only say that I think it's important for us to be learner driven, and at the same time, as a teacher, we need to find a way for the teachers to be calibrated and professionally probably upgraded in their learning so that they're able to work to the best interest of the kids. That was just an added input.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
Thanks a lot, ma'am. I think this forum since morning has.
One last.
Okay,
question
sure.
from there. That this really should be the last one because you are all starving. I mean,